Welcome back. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about how to do the setup in a Fusion manufacturing turning project. Stick around, it's going to be dynamic. Okay, to get started, we are going to need to first complete the Fusion Manufacturing Turning Setup Checklist. This is for your students who are learning. It'll help guide you through all the different boxes on the setup. So in order to create the setup, we're going to need three pieces of document. We need our pre-planning document, we need a print of the part, and we need the part modeled in the chuck with the stock in Fusion 360. So once we've collected those pieces of information, we're going to go ahead and get started on just the setup. So here's the setup document. And it covers all three tabs of the setup window within Fusion 360. We're going to fill out this information here, and then we are going to cross-deck this information into Fusion 360 so you guys have a better grasp. On future lessons, I will start by providing this filled out for you, and then slowly I'm going to ask you to fill it out as we go. So as we're going to do, we're going to start at the top, and we're going to put in our last name, and we're going to put in the date. Today happens to be 4/24/25, and then the project we're working on. So the part file is FML-1, and the FML-1 space drawing is the drawing. We're going to need for Fusion the Workholding, which is the TL1 chuck. The drawing number, which will also be our program number, is 21001. The 2 is for sim class, the 10 is for the 10th unit, and then 1 is the first project within it. From this print here, we need aluminum 6061. So we can go ahead and put in aluminum 6061, and then our operation down here is going to be op1. We're only going to have one operation. Now looking again at the pre-planning, we see the diameter of the stock is 2.0 and the length of the stock is 3.0. Now Fusion currently in 2025 does not support machine libraries for turning. At least not for the Haas machines we have. So we're going to skip the machine selection, which would be right here in the setup. We're going to go ahead and switch this to mill turning. Our orientation is going to be in the ZX plane, and our origin is going to be the stock front. So, and we get that all from our Fusion. Moving on, our Z reference plane will also be stock front, and we are going to have an offset off the front here of 0.01, which basically means it's going to cut 100 thou in air before it starts to engage into the material. The chuck reference is going to be fixture, and our offset is 0. We are ultimately going to choose the face of the chuck here, and over there as our part of our fixture, and thus the chuck and the fixture are in the same place. If we scroll down some more on our first tab, we are going to select the model, the FML1, from the Fusion file. So we're going to actually go in and select this as our part. And then we have to select the fixture. And for us, the fixture is the jaws. We are going to leave a clearance of 1, which we'll select, by the way, when we get to there, a point of 100 thou in both a radial and axial so that we don't get our cutter too close. And then this one is actually going to be left blank. We're not going to actually do a fixture attachment because we don't have a fixture. The jaws are our fixture. So moving on to the second tab, we would click across the top here for stock. Under stock, there's two different ways we can do stock. We have modeled stock in Fusion. You can see this kind of yellow bar that's around the part. That's our modeled stock. Or Fusion will do it for us. If we're having Fusion do it for us, then we're going to use this second window option and this side over here. but we're doing from solid, so we're going to switch this to from solid. And then we are going to actually select this yellow bar, and that will allow us to select from solid. And then it should automatically input the diameter and the length. This number will end up 5 because there's some of the material does need to be put into the chuck to hold onto it. And there's a equation within Fusion that allows it to calculate that. Onto our post processor tab, it automatically inputted our program number. We do need to change this, so we are going to put FML-1 and your 1 and your last name, so that we can differentiate between students who are doing this. And then our work coordinate system, if we skip back to the pre-setup, you'll notice that the WCS is G56. So we're going to go ahead and switch this to G56. So all of this information now is put forth, and now we can go over to Fusion and actually do a setup on a part. We're done with the assembly of the part and the chuck, and now we're going to move into the setup in Fusion. So we're going to go ahead and first switch from design to manufacturing, and then we are going to go ahead and click on the setup key. And it's going to give us this big window. We're going to also need our setup, so we're going to go ahead and make some adjustments so we can see that as well. And we're going to start right here at the top of the setup window, and we're going to skip the machine because we skipped it over here. And then we are going to go ahead and switch this to mill turning, and our axis is the XZ axis, which shouldn't change, and we don't need to select it because it already knows. You can see that it has the dial here, but because the Z negative, it needs to be in the other direction. We need the Z positive to come this way, Z negative to be that way. We're going to hit flip Z, and it should jump over to the other side. You just need to make, everybody's is going to be unique for that, but you need to make sure Z is pointing away from the part, and the X is pointing perpendicular to the chuck, or parallel to the chuck, I'm sorry. So the origin, if we're going to there, is from the stock front, which was the default selection, and the safe plane reference is also from the stock front, but we're going to change this number to 0.1 instead of 0.2. And if we look at this from the side-on view, there's a 100 thousandths gap between the safe spot and the front of the material. Now moving down, our reference is once again going to be the fixture, and our offset is going to be 0. Right now it's in the back, but we're going to move it here in a minute. Now in order to do the next one for model, we are going to open up the model over here. And what we're looking for is we're looking for the part. So we're going to go ahead and hit select and the part. It's easier to select it here than try to pick it out, especially because it's actually buried inside the stock. And then for our fixture, we are going to select the faces of the 3 chucks. And you'll notice now that the chuck reference has moved to this point. And if we look at it from the side, we can see that it's lined up perfectly. Back to our guidelines. We're down here in fixture. We're going to change radial to 0.1, and we're going to change axial to 0.1. This means that the cutter will never get within 0.1 of these chuck jaws, which is something we want, and we don't have a special fixture, so we're going to leave that off. Scrolling down on our worksheet, we are going to switch to stock, and the very first thing we have to do is we are going to switch from fixed size to solid. And the easiest way to select this is to come over here. Easiest way to select this is to come over and open this up, and you will see stock right here, and we can just pick it. And it should auto-populate the X and Y is 2, and the length is 5. Now we're done with this, we can go ahead and minimize this model, and we're going to switch back so we can see the setup page. This page is now done, so we're going to scroll down, and all we have to do is enter the program information. So here we're going to change this number to 21001, and our program will be FML-1 and our last name. And then our work offset, this is a little bit unique. We are at G56. And there is a number. So because this does not know what type of machine we're using, we have to use what's called the default numbers. And basically G54 is your first work coordinate system. So that's 0 and 1. G55 is 2. G56 is 3. So for us, this number is going to be 3. When we get machines to be selected in turning, then this number will actually be the number G56. And we go ahead and click OK. Now that gives us the setup all set up here, and our next step will be to create the actual operations to machine this part, which we'll cover in the next video. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you found this useful information. Hit like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.